thoughtful. If you'd told me yesterday that a man who slept on cardboard would own more money than the mayor by sunrise, I'd have called you crazy. But I saw it happen, and it all started with a scream in the dark. It was a cold Tuesday night in Chicago, the kind where the wind bites straight through your jacket, and the streets shine with rain like black glass. Somewhere far away, sirens wailed, mixing with the hiss of car tires on wet asphalt. On the corner of 8th and Monroe sat Tommy, 42 years old, maybe more. His army jacket was 2 sizes too big, sleeves frayed, the smell of damp and cigarette smoke clinging to it. His boots had holes that let water in, soaking his socks until they squished when he walked. Every day for Tommy was the same. Wake up on a park bench, back aching. Search for food in dumpsters before the good scraps were taken. Try to earn a few dollars from strangers, most of whom walked past like he was invisible. But Tommy wasn't always invisible. 10 years ago, he'd been a mechanic with a small shop on the south side. Life was simple, until his wife died in a car accident. He drowned in grief, lost the business, then his home. One thing led to another, and now the street was all he had. Before we continue, kindly tell us where you are watching from in the comments section, and don't forget to share for others to learn. That evening, the Italian restaurant on Monroe tossed out their trash bags later than usual. Tommy saw it as a blessing, fresh leftovers before rats or raccoons could get to them. He rummaged quietly, the smell of garlic bread and marinara sauce filling his nose. That's when he heard it, heels clicking fast on wet pavement. At first, it didn't seem unusual, but then, a sharp voice, "Let me go!" He froze, his fingers tightening around the edge of a trash bag. That wasn't the tone of a drunk couple arguing. That was fear. Tommy's gut told him to mind his business. People who got involved in other people's trouble often didn't live to tell about it. But the sound of her voice, trembling, urgent, pulled him like a magnet. Rounding the corner, his heart nearly stopped. In the mouth of a dark alley stood a tall man in a black leather jacket, his hand gripping the arm of a woman who looked like she belonged in a movie. She had chestnut brown hair that spilled over her shoulders, and her green dress shimmered even under the dim streetlights. Her name, though Tommy didn't know it yet, was Emily Carter, 27, the daughter of one of Chicago's most respected business magnates. The man holding her snarled something low, shoving her deeper into the alley. Tommy's instincts screamed, "Walk away." That guy was taller, stronger, and probably armed. But then, Emily's eyes met his. In them, Tommy didn't just see fear, he saw plea. A silent please. "Hey!" Tommy's voice cracked the air. The man turned, sizing him up. His lip curled into a smirk. "Beat it, old man. This ain't your business." Tommy stepped closer, rain dripping from his hair. "Let her go." The man laughed, not the kind that says funny joke, but the kind that says, "I could kill you right here." Tommy's mind raced. He knew he wouldn't win a fistfight, but the ground was wet and a rusty metal pipe lay half hidden by the dumpster. Without thinking, he grabbed it. "I'm not going to say it again," Tommy growled. The man's smirk faltered. "You're making a mistake, Grandpa." Before he could finish, Tommy swung. The pipe connected with the man's forearm with a sickening crack. He howls in pain, stumbling back. Emily tore free, nearly tripping in her heels, but the man wasn't done. He lunged at Tommy, grabbing his jacket and shoving him against the wall. Tommy could smell his breath, whiskey and cigarettes. Tommy jammed his knee upward, catching the man in the stomach. He doubled over, and Tommy shoved him hard. The attacker slipped on the wet ground, crashing into a stack of trash cans. Somewhere down the street, sirens wailed. The man, curses clutching his arm, and bolted into the darkness. Emily was breathing hard, her eyes glistening. Thank you," she whispered. Tommy just nodded, adrenaline still pounding in his ears. "Just get somewhere safe," he muttered. And just like that, she was gone into the crowd before the cops arrived. Tommy thought that was the end of it. The next morning, Tommy was back at his corner, holding a cardboard sign. His stomach growled. People streamed past, eyes straight ahead, pretending not to see him. The world didn't care that he had risked his life for someone the night before. A businessman tossed a coin without looking. A teenager laughed and whispered to her friend, "Bet he just spends it on booze." Tommy clenched his jaw, staring at the ground. Hours passed. His fingers were numb from the cold when a shadow fell over him. A sleek black car idled at the curb. The tinted window rolled down. And there she was, Emily. "Tommy, right?" she asked softly. He blinked. Yeah." "Get in, please." Inside, warmth wrapped around him. The scent of leather and faint vanilla perfume made him feel like he'd stepped into another world. Emily studied him. "You saved my life. I didn't even get to say thank you properly. So I want to help you." Tommy shook his head. "I don't need help, just maybe a sandwich." Emily's lips curved into a faint smile. "Oh, I think I can do more than that." They drove downtown to a towering glass skyscraper. Tommy stared up at it, feeling small. They rode an elevator to the top floor, stepping out into an office with marble floors and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Emily handed him an envelope. Inside wasn't cash, it was a legal contract. If the story moves you, kindly click on the subscribe button for more story. Emily leaned forward. "The man you fought last night? He wasn't just some creep. He was a corporate spy, trying to blackmail me into selling my late father's company for pennies. You stopped him, and in doing so, you saved my family's legacy." She pushed the papers toward him. "My father always believed in rewarding bravery. This contract makes you a partner. 50% ownership." Tommy laughed in disbelief. I don't even own a phone." Emily grinned. "Well, you own $500 million company now." A week later, Tommy traded his park bench for a penthouse suite, his tattered jacket for tailored suits, his cardboard sign for a desk in the top floor of Carter Global Enterprises. But what never changed was the way he greeted the homeless man on the corner with a hot coffee every morning. One cold night, as he looked out over the Chicago skyline, Tommy whispered to himself, "One act of courage. That's all it took." They say you never know when you're about to live the most important moment of your life. For Tommy, it was a scream in the dark. For Emily, it was the moment a stranger proved that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear army jackets and carry rusty pipes. If you were in Tommy's place, would you have risked your life for a stranger or walked away? Tell us in the comments. I read every one. And if you believe in unexpected heroes, hit like, subscribe, and join me for more true-to-life twists every week.